My dear student, I welcome you all to the maths class. So in last class we have done till question number 9, and in today's session we'll be doing we'll be starting with question number 10 of exercise 3.5. Okay, so question number 10 state that determine if 25110 is divisible by 45. Okay, hint is given there. 5 and 9 are the co-prime. So how this 5 and 9 came? 45 factors of 45 are 5 and 9 prime factors, right? That's why the hint is given, the 5 and 9 are co-prime, and they have said that 5 and 9 are both prime number and they are co-prime number. That is, the common factor exist in between them is only one. Now what we have to do here is we have to test the divisibility of the number by 5 and 9. Okay, so whether it is divisible by 45 or 9, that we have to check. Very simple thing. So just let's check it out. What is given in the question? We have to check whether 25110 is divisible by 45 or not, and in order to do that we have not done any such divisibility test rule for 45, right? So in order to check the factors, in order to do so, what we have to do is we will be checking the factors of 9, because 45 factors are, so let me write like this in a very simple manner. Factors of 45 are 5 and 9. Yes, prime factors, of course. So now we will be checking the factors of 5. Then next we will be checking the factors of 5. Factors of 5 are 1 and 5. Similarly, factors, according to hint only I am doing that. Just see what they have said. They have said that hint 5 and 9 are the co-prime number, and we have to check using the divisibility rule of 5 and 9. So factors of 9 are 1 and 9. Now we can say that both 5 and 9 are co-prime. Yes, it is correct, because the common factor exists in between them is 1. So now we have to check the whether this 25110 is divisible by 5 or not. If both is divisible, if both can divide, that is 5 and 9, if both are able to divide this number, then we will say that yes, this number will be divided by 45. So what you will say, this number will be divisible by 5 or not? Yes, of course it is divisible by 5, as because the end of the digit is carrying 0. So divisibility rule of 5 state that it should have 0 or 5. Hence we can write, therefore 25110 is divisible by 5. Why? Because the unit digit carries 0. That's why the number is divisible by 5. Now in order to check by 9, what we have to do, we have to add all the numbers. We have to add all the numbers given to us, that is 2 5 1 plus 1 plus 0. So let's check. 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, and 9 plus 0 is 9. So of course 9 is divisible by 0. So this is the divisibility rule. Therefore 25110 is also divisible by 9, as the sum of all the digits is divisible by 9, right? So if both the numbers are able to divide, that is 5 and 9 both are able to divide, so we can write, therefore 25110 is divisible by 45 as its both factor, that is 5 and 9 were able to divide, because both 5 and 9 you saw that it was able to divide, yes, using the divisibility test, right? So that's why the number is also divisible by 5 as well as 9, right? So this is the way of finding, as because 45 divisibility rule we have not studied, right? So and so to in order to do such, in order to check out with a greater number, we can break down this number into its prime form, that is 5 and 9 here we did. So using this again one by one, right, by checking this, if suppose anyone was not able to divide using its divisibility rule, that is with the smallest number, then the number would not be able to divide by that number, that bigger number. Okay, so in such manner we will be doing. Okay, proceeding to the next question, that is question number 11, quite lengthier one, but you need to understand this. Okay, 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, so let me write here whatever is explained in the question. 18, it is said that is divisible by both 2 as well as 3. It is also divisible by 2 into 3, that is 6. Okay, it is also divisible by 2 and 3, 2 into 3, that is 6. Of course, 2 9 is 18, 3 6 is 18, and 6 3 is 18. All the numbers are able to divide. So now what we have to do, similarly, a number one number is there, is divisible by both 4 and 6. We don't know that number, we have to find that number. Is both divisible by 4 and 6. Can we say that the number must also be divisible by 4 into 6? Can we say that this number will be, that is the multiplication of 4 into 6, that is 24, will be able to divide this number? Okay, so we have to check that. If not, give an example, justify your answer. So I will say the statement will not be possible. No. Why? We have to state that. Because 12 and 36, I'll take this example. 12 and 36 both are divisible by 4 and 6. 4 3s are 12. Yes. So 12 and so I'll just consider 12 first. 4 3s are 12, and 6 2s are 12. In both the case, that is 4 and 6 are able to divide 12. But can this 24 divide 12? No. But cannot be divided by, but you can write 12 and 36. Okay, so let me erase this. But not divisible by 24. Yes, I hope you have understood this. So in the previous sum it was okay, because 6 was able to divide that 18. But if I put here 12, now 12 is able to divide 12 can be divided by 4, 12 can be divided by 6. But can 12 divided by 24? No, it's not possible, right? Similarly, if I take the example 36, both 4 and 6 they can divide, but can the multiplication of 4 into 6, that is 24, can divide 26? No, not possible. That's why the statement is wrong, and I have given the example also. The hint is in front of you all. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Let's proceed now to the last question of this session, and from this exercise also. So question number 12 states that I am the smallest number. So the guy is saying here that I'm the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. Can you find me? So he is saying that I'm the smallest number, okay, and I have 4 different prime factors. So of course the 4 different prime factors start with the smallest prime number, that is 2. Then the next prime, of course they are saying that 4 different, so of course there will be how many branches? 1 2 3 4, right? So 4 prime numbers are there. So 2, after 2 what comes? 3 is the smallest prime number. Then comes 5, because 4 is not the prime number, composite number it is. So 6 is even not a composite number, so it is 7, right? So if I multiply this, 2 into 3 into 5 into 7, what will be the number? Let's find out. 2 3s is 6, 6 5s are 30, 30 into 7 is 210. So our smallest prime number is, sorry, smallest number is 210. Okay, as because it has got 4 different prime factors, we found that 4 different prime factors, as we are finding the smallest prime number, smallest number, so I'll be choosing the smallest prime factors only. 2 3 5 into 7. If I take greater number beside this, suppose I take 9 here, right? If I take, suppose, not prime, 9 is not the prime number, so if I take, suppose, 11, of course if I replace this 7 and if I write 11 here, won't be this number greater? Yes. Why to choose that? Instead we will choose 7 and get the number which will be the smallest one. Now this number cannot be 200, below this 210, it cannot be the smallest number having 4 prime factors, as because the smallest prime number is 2, then comes 3, then comes 5, then comes 7. And another thing, you cannot repeat the numbers also. Okay, 2 should be repeated one time, 3 should be one time, 5 should be one, and 7 should be one time only. So hence our smallest number is, so we can write, hence our smallest number is 210. I hope you have understood this, right? So this, with this question we are over with the exercise also. In our next class we will proceed with the next exercise. Okay, till then, stay safe and healthy. Thank you everyone.